Hello dear students, welcome to the second lecture of the organizing. The first lecture we discussed the term, what you mean by this organizing, about the needs, importance regarding the term you are organizing. And the second lecture we are going to discuss the types of the organization structure and organization model. What are different types of the organization structure and what are the models are relating with your the organizing. Okay. Let us start. The first important element is types of the organization structure. The organization structure can be classified into three. There is a line organization, there is a line and staff organization, and third one is a function organization. These are the three important structure regarding your the organization. There is a line organization, line and staff organization, and the functional organization. Let us discuss what you mean by line and staff, and the functional organization. And the first one is the line organization. Your plus 2 class you film the term is a line organization or the line of authority. That means there is only the official line of communication. That is symbols and the oldest form of the organization structure. It's like a military form of the organization. That means you're following the principle of the scalar chain. That authority flows and directly vertically from the top to bottom. This type of the organization is known as the line organization. So let's see this diagram. Here there is the organized structure. There is the superior subordinate relationship. There is authority flow from the top to bottom. President, vice president, and the plant manager, and after that the foreman and foreman C, A, B, C, and workers. That means there is the directly vertical form. There is a vertical form of the organization structure. That means hierarchical format of the organization. So that is the first category of the organization structure, that is the line organization. This is one symbol and oldest form of the organization structure, and here the authorities flow from the top to bottom. There is a vertical line of the order and authority responsibility relationship. The term is known as the line organization. And the manager subordinate and down to operate the lower level worker. That means he is a boss, and after that he gives the necessary order to the different persons, and finally this end with the workers. The arrangement is known as the line authority, and this type of the organization is known as the line organization. The type of the organization, this is line organization. There is a simple line of communication that's from the top to bottom. That's the first category of the organized structure, that is the line organization. And what are the advantages and the disadvantages regarding the line organization? Suppose you are following the concept of the line organization, then what are the advantages and the disadvantages? And discussing what are the advantages and the disadvantages regarding the term or the line organization. The first advantage of the line organization is one of the simple and the easy to operate. That's the first important strength. It's very simple and easy to operate. That means there is only superior subordinate relationship. This is very simple and easy to understand format. Another one is the communication must be fast, because there is a military form of the organization. So we can communicate easily and faster compared to the other forms of the organization. And then the second one is the communication is very fast. And third one is responsibility is fixed. There is authority responsibility relationship. And who is the authorized person? Authority and responsibility is clearly defined the line of the organization. Because the military form of the organization, there is authority and responsibility is clearly defined. That is the third important advantage of the line organization. There is the authority and response relationship, the clear cut authority and responsibility. And fourth one is, it is especially useful when the company is a small size. This types of organization very useful for when the company structure is very small. So that is another important advantage. That is, suppose small scale concern, we can easily opt this category of the organization. That's a very important advantage. It's very useful for the small scale organization because it ensures the greater control and the discipline of the works. Because the military format can easily ensure the discipline. That is the fourth important advantages regarding the line organization. And fifth one is make the rapid decision. Effectively coordination is possible. The coordination is very easily possible in line organization because it's economic and effective. Because the line organization very economic and effective. These are the important advantages regarding the line organization. This is a very organized, very simple and easy to operate. communication very fast, there is a clear cut authority responsibility relationship, and there is a small size which ensures great control. Rapid decision is possible because it's economic and effective. These are the advantages of the line organization. Okay, then what are the disadvantages regarding the line organization? So every concept has its advantages and the disadvantages. If we're discussing what are the limitations regarding the line organization, one of the form is it is a military form of the organization, so it is a rigid. It's not a flexible format of the organization. It's always rigid because the vertical line of communication from the top to bottom, the subordinate have the no freedom to suggest some idea to the senior managers. So it is a inflexible format of the organization. That's the first limitation. There is a tendency of line of authority. That means line of authority, the vertical line of communication. There is no upward communication, only the downward communication. So that is another important limitation. There is a tendency of the line of authority. And third one is it's overload the executive with the pressing the activity, because a lot of the experts are working in the top level managers, and there is an overload of execution with the pressing of an activity. There is a possibility in the line of organization, that means over stressing and over pressing of the any category of the authority. So that is what naturally happen. Suppose the top level manager implementing a lot of the decision, and these decisions are given to the middle level managers, but the middle level manager have the no freedom to give any suggestion to the top level managers. That is another important drawbacks of the line organization. And there is no provision for specialization and specialization. Definitely line organization, there is no provision for the specialization. There is no division of work. There is only the military form of the organization. There is no specialization. That is another important role. That is because there is a growth and which is essential for the growth and optimization. Specialization very useful for the advancement. So there is no division of works and the specialization. And the last drawback, the different department much interest in the self-interest, because there is no personal relationship. There is always focusing on the self-interest rather than the overall organization interest. Sometimes the workers give the more importance to the self-interest rather than the organization interest. These are the drawbacks regarding the line organization. It is rigid. There is a tendency of line of authority. It overloads execute the pressing of an activity. There is no provision for the specialization, and there is self-interest. There is individual interest rather than the organization interest. These are the drawback of the line of organization. And the second one, it is a line and staff organization. The first category is line of organization. And line of staff organization, that means staffs are appointed for the operating an activity. That is a change compared to the line organization. The line organization is only single form of the organization. That is the only line of authority. But the staff organization, there is a staff structure. That means staff is appointed. This staff is given the advice to the top level managers. This category of the organization is known as the line and staff organization. The two types of authority, there is a line of authority and the staff authority. That means they are appointing some staff person. The staff persons are giving the necessary suggestion to the top level managers. So that is one of the important categories. There is a two categories, the line and the staff category. Look at this diagram, and this diagram, and we can see the single line and the dot out line. This dot out line is representing the staff authority, and single line is representing the line of authority. The president point of view, there is a vice president and the vice president of the production, vice president of the finance. These vice presidents are giving, there is advice to the top level managers. They are giving the advice. There is legal advice. Suppose the vice president part, they are giving the legal advice. That means there is a staff. These staffs are giving the advice to the top level managers, and the top level managers following the line of authority, and similarly the staffs is given to the advice. But staff മുകളിലേക്ക് അഡ്വൈസ് കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ലൈൻ ഓഫ് അതോറിറ്റി ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴും അവരെ അസിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് സ്റ്റാഫിന് വെക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ആ സ്റ്റാഫ് അവർക്ക് വേണ്ട അഡ്വൈസ് കൊടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുന്നു. സോ ദറ്റ് ഈസ് we can see the two category of authority. That is the line of authority and the staff authority. That is the previous diagram we can see only the line of authority. That is only single line of authority. And here there is no single line of authority. Here there is a staff is appointed. The staff is given necessary advice to the top level managers. The staff is giving advices for the betterment of the organization, and does not possess any command of authority or line managers. This is giving the only suggestion, this good, this action. Like sometimes the top level manager, president is appointed, the PA, person assistant. The person assistant is giving the advice to the president. And here there is a president and there is a legal advisor, vice president of sales giving the legal advice to the legal advisor, vice president of the finance giving to the legal advisor, a vice president of the production, let's give the advice to the legal advisor. That means then this advice is also reached to the president. The legal advisor communicating the entire advices from the different mid-level managers from to the president. So we can see the two category of authority, that's the line of authority and the staff authority. That is strength of the line and staff organization, because we can see the two category of authority, there is a line of authority and the staff authority. Okay, and what are the advantages and the limitations regarding the line and staff organization? Compared to the line and staff organization have a lot of the benefits. Here discussing what are the advantages regarding the line and staff organization. The first advantage is the organization have the two types of the function. There is a line function and the staff function. The staff is giving the advices. Line is giving, there is a military form, okay, and similarly they are following the staff functions, taking care of the advices from the staff. That is one of the important strength of the line and staff organization. And second, the staff office supply the complete factual data to line office. That means they are supporting a lot of the advices and a lot of the data to the function line offices to covering the certain activity with their own limit. That means there is a greater coordination between the line and the staff workers within organization. So this category, the organization always ensure the coordination within an organization. That is another important strength. That is a great coordination compared to the line organization, because the staff is giving to the advisors. And another important, it provides the adequate opportunity for the advancement of the worker, because staff have the freedom to give the advices, is providing the opportunity for the advancement. That is another important strength of the line and staff organization. That means there is an opportunity and advancement. And fourth one is staff services provide the training. That means they're getting this training, provide the training for the greater different position. The staff getting the free training. The training is for the increasing the knowledge and skill of the staffs. So that is, it facilitated the greater operation and greater coordination within your organization. The staff services provide the training ground for the different positions. And these are the strength of the line and staff organization. And after that, there is a lot of drawback. One of the important drawbacks, that is chance for the confusions and conflict between the line and staff. Sometimes this is because there are a lot of the staffs, there may be conflict in between the different persons, suppose sales persons and production persons and the finance. There is a possibility of the conflict. That is one of the important drawback. And staff is generally given the advice to the line, but line decide the act. So sometimes the line managers are ignoring, means top level managers are ignoring the aspects of the staff advice. Staff is given advice, but the line manager not considering these advices from the staff managers. There is another drawback of the line and staff organization. Therefore, the staff often feel there is a powerless persons. Naturally, there is a feeling, there is inner feelings in the minds of the staff, because their advice not taken by the top level managers. They feel the powerless. They feel that they are powerless persons in an organization. Okay. And third one is too much reliance on the staff. Sometimes the top level managers give the too much depending the staff. Sometimes there's laziest person and does not engage any activity and purely depends upon the staff. That it will negatively affecting the organization. There is a possibility of there is too much reliance of the staff advice. Another one is staff employees have a specialized knowledge and expert. Line make the final decision. Even though the staff give their suggestion, the staff office they may be recentered. Sometimes there is a normality. That means normally staff employees have the specialized knowledge and expert. Line make the final decision. That is a drawback. Everything is decided by the line managers. That is another important drawback. The last one is staff officers are much educated on their ideas, more theoretically and academic rather than practical. So that means staff is mainly expert person and staff is more educated person, more theoretical and academic rather than the practical. So this may be affecting the organization. Sometimes staff is always thinking like a theoretical point of view and not considering the practical aspects. It will affect the negatively the organization. That's another important drawback. These are the drawbacks regarding your the line and staff organization. So there is a confusion. The staff general advice, all advisory person, too much depends upon the staff, and there is the staff have specialized knowledge, and staff is much educated, but the theoretical aspects are not considered the practical aspects. These are the basics drawbacks regarding your the line and the staff organization. Okay, these are the limitations. And third one is a functional organization. And compared to the line and staff organization, the functional organization have the strength of the organization because there is a functional manager. Look at this diagram. Here the CEO is appointed the functional manager to control this function. There is a production function, there is a finance function and marketing function. In order to control the production, marketing and finance, then appointing the functional manager, functional head to perform in the each function. Suppose organizations have the different function, production, there is a marketing, there is a finance, the different function. In order to control this function, the management is appointing the managers, some specialized person, functional person. So that is a functional organization. The functional organization has been developed by F.W. Taylor's principle, and working as a foreman, he suggests the 8 foremen in the factory for planning and division, the factory division. There is a gang boss, speed boss, inspector, maintenance and repair boss. That means in order to strengthen the organization, the Taylor suggests that there is 8 important person and similarly 8 important foremen are necessary, and there is a mainly factory division, that is a gang boss, speed boss, inspector, maintenance and repair boss. The basic purpose is to ensure the smooth functioning of the certain department. So this concept is forwarded by the F.W. Taylor. Okay, and here we are discussing what the important the characteristics of your the function organization. That's what are the important characteristics. So this diagram shows that the structure of the function organization. There is a functional manager, and we're discussing what are the important functions of this. Important characteristics of the function organization. The first work element is each worker receives the instruction not only from the superior but also from the group specialist. That is strength. Each person's getting, that means staff is getting the instruction not only from the superior but also from the specialist. So that's a specialist are appointed. And 3 type authority, there is a line authority, staff authority and functional. That means there is a line and there is a staff and there is a function. The 3 category of authority, that's line, staff and the function. That's line authority, the staff authority and the function authority. Okay, and third one is staff specialized are given. There is a specialized person. Staff is specialized and authority is assigned to things a limited way. That means specialized persons are included in the organization. The scope of the works are kept limited, but the area of authority left unlimited. That is a very important element. The scope of the work is kept limited. The scope is limited, but area of authority is left unlimited. There is a big ample scope of the opportunities for the functional managers. That's the strength of the functional organization. And the last one is there is a group activity of the enterprises into certain major function of the department. There is a group activity and enterprise into certain major function of the department. There is a grouping of the activity because the functional manager is grouping the entire activities within an organization. That is another important characteristics of the functional organization. These are the characteristics of the functional organization. The first one is each workers receive the instruction not only from one superiors but also from the specialist. There is 3 types of authority: line authority, staff authority and the function authority. And the specialists are appointed in each and every level. The scope of the work is limited but authority is left unlimited. Sometimes authority is always unlimited. There is a grouping of activity of the enterprise in certain major function of the department. These are the important characteristics of the functional organization. Okay, there is a third category of organization is the functional organization. And what are the advantages and the limitations regarding the functional organization? The first advantage of functional organization, there is each manager is expert in this particular field. That means there is a functional person, he must be a specialized person. So the functional organization always ensure the specialization. And second one is the degree of the specialization improve the quality of the product. there is a specialization. The specialization is improve the quality of the product. The second one is improving the quality of the product. And third one is, since job requirement defined and tangible, organization can achieve the intensive utilization of the principle of specialization of the labor at the managerial level. That means there is a principle of specialization. This is the advantage of the functional organization. There is specialization. The functional manager is always a specialized person. He controlling the entire activity. So there is a specialization of the labor. There is a division of works. That's another important strength of the functional organization. So that the division of work is specialization is one of the important advantages of the functional organization. Okay, and what are the drawback? What the drawback of the functional organization? The first drawback, there is no direct boss or control of the work coordination. There is no direct boss. There is only functional manager. There is no direct boss of control the activities of the workers. Since the workers are under different bosses disciplines to hard to achieve, as a result there will be low morale part of the worker. Sometimes there is a morality, there's a motivation and morale is sometimes decreased within the help of the functional organization. The workers are different bosses. Sometimes there is a workers under different bosses, disciplines hard to achieve. Sometimes the discipline is not possible in this category of the organization. It's hard to achieve the discipline. That's a drawback, the second drawback. And third one is the non-supervisory employees are uncertain to whom they should turn of the advice and aid to problems called analyze. There is non-supervisory employees. There is a lot of the non-supervisory employees. In between there is a chance for the non-supervisory employees. So there is non-supervisory employees are uncertain to whom they should turn to advice. They have no definite idea to whom they should turn. And ആരോട് പറയണം അതിനെക്കുറിച്ചൊരു ഐഡിയ അവർക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. ഇതിൻ്റെ ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീനിലും ഒരുപാട് വർക്കേഴ്സ് വരാം. അവർക്കറിയില്ല ആരോട് ഞങ്ങൾ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം. നമുക്ക് അറിയാനുള്ള സിറ്റുവേഷൻസ് അവിടെ chance ഉണ്ട്, possibilities ഉണ്ട്. Okay, these are the drawbacks of the functional organization and the advantages and the drawbacks. The first drawback, since there is no direct boss, workers under different bosses discipline, and there is non-supervisory employees of the uncertain to whom they should turn to advice. These are the drawbacks of the functional organization. Okay, there are three important category of the organization. There is a line organization. There is only the line of authority that's top to bottom. These are the advantages, and here there is functional authority, staff line and staff, the two other line authority and staff authority, and these are the drawbacks. And there is a third category is a functional. This functional specialists are appointed in the level, and this is the functional organization. And after that is a types of organization. The another important element is the differences between the line and staff and the functional organization. What are the basic differences between the line and staff and the functional organization? So this table shows that the basic difference between the three types of the organization, that the line organization, that's the line and staff organization, and the functional organization. And line organization, the line managers are general. They're only the line manager. But in the line and staff organization, there's a line and staff manager. That means staff is giving the advices. Staff is advices to assisting the line officer. There is a only line manager, but two line authority and the staff authority. That means line manager and staff manager. But the functional organization, there is a specialist. There is a specialist are appointed to control each activity. That is second one. So there is a first difference between the line and staff and the functional organization. And second difference, the line authority is only vertical. There is only line of authority, it's a vertical. And here there is a two types, the line authority and the staff authority. Staff is a upward communication is possible. There is two authority. There is only line authority. There is a line authority and staff authority. And here there is a line authority, staff authority, and the functional authority. Three category of authorities included. That's second differences. And third difference, there is a strict principle in the line organization. There is a strict principle. But here there is only the loose discipline, and here similarly there is a loose discipline is comparatively loose. And fourth, it is not based upon the planned specialization. But the line and staff, it is based on planned specialization, and is also based on high degree of the specialization, because there is a functional manager and there is a high degree of the specialization. And the line organization, there is a unity of command. There is a unity of command, but the unity of command observed to great extent. That means there is a greater unity of command. The unity of command is observed to the great extent. And here the unity of command is not followed. Each subordinate gets the instruction from his line boss and the functional boss. That means there is no unity of command is followed in case of the functional organization. And here there is unity of command. There is a the great extent unity of command, but there is not followed unity of command. And sixth difference, it is suitable for small scale. Line organization is always suitable for the small, but it is suitable for the medium scale organization, but it is suitable for the large organization. The functional organization is suitable for the large category of the organization. And seventh one is, it is quite economical. That means it's a less expensive, economical, but it little cost. The staff is a costlier type of the organization. It's a very costly pattern of the organization. That is seventh difference. These are the basic differences between the line organization, line and staff organization, and the function organization. And the first difference, the lines, there is only line manager, there is a line and staff manager, there is a line manager, staff manager, functional manager. And there is a line authority, and there is a line and staff authority, line, staff, and function authority. There is a strict discipline, there is a loose discipline, and there is a loose discipline. It is not based on the plant specialization, but it is based on plant specialization. It is a high degree of specialization. There is a unity of command. There is unity of command is a great extent, but there is not following the principle of unity of command. It is suitable for the small scale. At its medium scale, it is a large scale. It's economical pattern of organization. It is a costlier pattern. It is a very costly pattern of the organization. These are the basic differences between line and staff and the functional organization. Okay, these are differences. And after that, what the organization model, the structure. Then another one is the organization model. And basically 5 category of the organization model. There is a hierarchical organization model. There is a flat organization. There is a flat organization, that flatrarchies, and holocratic organization. These are the 5 important category of the organization model. The first we discuss the organization structure. That means the firstly the organized structure. There is a line organization, line of staff, and function organization. We're discussing the organization model. What the important category organization model? There is a hierarchical organization. There is a flat organization. There is a flat organization. There is a flatrarchy and holocratic organization. These are the 5 category of the organization model. Okay, we're discussing the first category is the hierarchical organization. What is a hierarchical pattern organization? The hierarchical pattern, is like a military form of the organization. It's a military form of the organization structure. Hierarchical model is a military form of the organization structure. That means which power and responsibility is clearly defined. That is the line of authority. It's a focusing on the line of authority. And it is allocating. The hierarchical structure became most popular beginning the 20th century. It was happened in the 20th century. The grew larger and need to command and control more employees. To commanding and controlling the more employees, they're following the hierarchical pattern organization. In 1990 and 21st century, the globalization and increased technology lead to downsized workforce, and therefore there is a flat organization. But at present, we are following the flat organization, and before that, the type of the organization, that is the hierarchical organization structure. And we discuss what is the hierarchy organization. So listen, look at this diagram. This is an example regarding the hierarchy structure. There is a senior manager, there is a middle level manager, there is a junior level manager, and staff. There is a hierarchy. There is a staff. There is a senior manager. That is, I am the senior person. There is a hierarchy. Is a very important element. This type of the organized structure. There is a purely military format organization, and it's the oldest and traditional format of the organization. And this diagram shows that the hierarchical structure. There is a senior manager, there is a middle level manager, there is a junior manager, and staff. Because there is hierarchy, senior, middle, junior, and the staff, the top to bottom. There is a military forms of the organization. This type of the organized structure is known as the organized hierarchical organization structure. It became popular at the beginning of the 20th century. 20th century is most significant structure of the organization. It's a hierarchical pattern. This authority is very important element. There is authority and responsibility relation. The power is supreme. There is authority and the responsibility a relationship. And then nowadays we are moving to the flatter organization, and before that there is one types of organization, that is a hierarchical organization structure. Okay, this diagram shows an example regarding the hierarchical pattern of the organization structure. Okay, and what are the advantages and the disadvantages of hierarchical organization? Suppose you are following the hierarchical organization structure, what are the advantages and the disadvantages? An advantage, the first, there is authority responsibility relation. There is a clear cut authority responsibility. There is the promotion of path. That means the clearly define the promotion path, how to promote, because the junior level manager, middle level is senior manager. That means promotion path is clearly defined. And there is specialized manager in the hierarchical environment. There is the chance for specialized manager, because there is specialized persons are appointed. So there is specialized manager in the hierarchical environment. That's another important strength. And employees are loyal to the departments, definitely, because there is a line of authority, and employees are very loyal to the department. And employees to know their position. They know they are the middle level manager, they are the lower level managers. Employees are knowing their position. There is a clear result. There is a clear result is possible, because there is a structure-wise organization. There is an authority-wise organization. There is a clearly result-oriented. And no one confused about the boundaries of the department. Definitely, the junior level manager is a boundary within this level. So everyone has the boundaries in the department. There's no one confused regarding the boundaries. These are the advantages of the hierarchical organization. That means hierarchical organization structure. This is a models hierarchical organization structure. What are the drawbacks? Suppose hierarchical organization have the certain drawback. What are the drawbacks? The first drawback is centralization of the power. That means everything is concentrating on the top level manager. There is a centralization of the power. Then isolation and individual thinking. That means there is centralization, there is isolation. That means individuals are working. It's focusing on the individual interest rather than the group interest. And bureaucracy is stock thinkings. Bureaucratic stock. That means there is a political aspects are involved in the hierarchical structure, because in the promotion case, there is a possibility of the political structure. There is a bureaucracy is a very important element, because it leads to slow thinkings. And there is a lack of communication, because there is a individual interest very important element rather than the group interest. There is a lack of the communication. And another one is inter-department rivals. There is a possibility of the rivals, inter-department rivals between the departments. So there is inter-department rivals, and lack of sharing of information. Sometimes the persons are not sharing the right information with another person, because there is an individualistic attitude. There is rigidity, because a hierarchical format, there is not flexible pattern of the organization is always rigid, and the decision making is very usually slower. Sometimes there is a decision making slow, because that everything is taken by the top level managers. These are the first important model, the hierarchical organization. That's the organization. But the first one is a hierarchical organization. This diagram shows a hierarchical organization. These are the advantages and the disadvantages regarding the hierarchical organization. Okay, and second one is the flat organization. The second category of the organization discussing the flat organization. What is a flat organization? The flat organization, that means there is no middle level managers. In category of the organization structure, there is no middle level manager. That means only few or the no level of the middle manager between the executive and the staff employees. Look at this diagram. And here the middle level managers are properly eliminated. There is a director and the employees. Only the manager in between the director and the employees. Look at this diagram once again and see the sentence. There is no level of the middle level management or the few. That means the middle level, there is no importance given to the middle level manager. There are only few, otherwise there is no middle level manager in between the directors and the employees. This category of the organization is known as the flat organization. It was designed in the idea that knowledgeable and well-trained workers will be more productive when they are directly involved in the decision-making process. This is an objective. The director is appointing a manager. Suppose appointing a person, he must be well-trained and more productive when they are directing the activities of the organization. So that is the advantage of the strength of the flat organization. That means there is a there is no importance given to the middle level managers. That means only fewer or no level of the middle level management in between the workers, in between the different levels. This types of the organization is known as the flat organization. ഇവിടെ മിഡിൽ ലെവൽ മാനേജേഴ്സിന് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് വളരെ കുറവാണ്. മിഡിൽ ലെവൽ മാനേജേഴ്സിന് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കുറച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഉള്ള ഒരു സ്ട്രക്ചറാണ് ഇവിടെ കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഫോളോ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത്. ദിസ് ഡയഗ്രാം ഷോസ് ദ സ്ട്രക്ചർ വൈസ്. ദർ ഇസ് എ ഫ്യൂ or the no middle level management between the executives and the staff level. So this category, the organization, is known as the flat organization. This diagram shows a flat organization structure. And what are the advantages and the disadvantages of the flat organization? The flat means there is a no middle level manager or fewer level of the middle level manager. We're discussing what are the important advantages and the disadvantages regarding the flat organization. An advantage point of it's a cost efficient because there is no middle level manager, is a cost efficient devices. The structure of the organization is a cost efficient organization. It promotes faster decision making because there is a fewer level of the level managers. It promoting the faster decision making to allow the clear communication. There is a clear communication with the director and the employees because there is a middle level manager is eliminated. So it's allow the clear communication between the persons like you are the directors and the employees. Trigger the less dominance and supervision because there is only few category of the persons are working. Therefore, there is only less dominance and for the supervision. And subordinate are free from the strict supervision, and you are the subordinate always free from the strict supervision because there is no line of authority in case of your the flat organization. There is one of the important strength. And another one is the more suitable for the routine and standardized activity. This category of the organization very more suitable for the routine and standardized activity. That means these are the advantages regarding the team you are the flat organization. What the flat organization? There is no middle level managers, otherwise only few level of the middle level managers. This category of the organization is known as you are the flat organization. Okay, these are advantages. And what are the drawbacks? And what are the drawbacks of the flat organization? The first drawback, the management can easily lose control because sometimes there is a possibility for the losing of the control in case of the flat organization because there is no line of authority. A work relationship could be struggle. Sometimes there is a struggle in between the work relationship. The work relationship can be struggle for the operation point of view. It can create the power struggle because there is suppose there is a few level of the manager, there is a possibility of the struggles between the managers. So there is can be created the power struggle, and it make the employee retention is difficult because there is no line of authority. Sometimes the employees are exiting the organization for getting the new jobs or the new position. So there is maybe a retention is very difficult. And there is a lack of the teamwork. Sometimes there is teamwork, a spread the crops is not possible in the line of flat organization. That is another drawback. There is a lack of the teamwork and lack of the coordination and bad quality performance. Sometimes individual interest is more important. Some of the employees give the more importance to the individual interest. So there is the lack of the coordination and the bad quality performance. These are the drawbacks relating with your the flat organization. Okay, these are two important means model. We discuss the two important model. There is a 5 models are in the organization. Lecture we discuss only the 2 model. There is hierarchical organization and the flat organization. Okay, and what is a hierarchical organization and what is a flat organization? Hierarchical means there is a means it is like a line of authority. There is a military form of the organization. There is authority and the responsibility. So only authority and responsibility is important. There is hierarchy and these advantages and the limitations. A flat organization, there is no importance given to the middle level managers. Only few or the lower middle level managers. This category of the organization is known as you are the flat organization. And these are the advantages and the drawback of your the flat organization. Okay, let me conclude. The first we discussed of one of the important element of the organization, that is types means you are the organization structure. The first one, the types of the organization structure. Types of the there is mainly 3 categories of organization structure. That's line organization, the line and staff organization, and the functional organization. The line means there is a line of authority in between the top to bottom. That's a line organization. These are the advantages and the disadvantages of the line organization. Line and staff mean there is 2 types of the line and staff. The staff is giving the necessary advices. So there is a line and staff organization. These are advantages, the limitations. And third one is a functional organization. There is a functional staffs are appointed to control the activities. So that category is forwarded by the F.W. Taylor. This is the characteristics and advantages and the disadvantages of the functional organization. And after what differences between the line and staff and the functional. There's 7 important differences between the line and staff and the functional organization. This is the basic difference between the line and staff and functional organization. And after the organization models, there is a 5 category organization model: hierarchical organization, flat organization, there's a flat hierarchy, there's a holacratic organization. We discuss the 2 important models: that hierarchical organization, there is a hierarchical format, authority, responsibility format of the organization, advantages and the disadvantages. A flat organization, there is no middle level manager, otherwise few level of the mid level managers, and these advantages and the disadvantages regarding the flat organization. Okay, these are the advantages and the disadvantages on point of the flat organization. And what is a flat organization? There is only the few or the no middle level managers in between the working function. That is a flat organization. Okay, anyway, thank you so much, and thank you for watching me.